I'm Andrew, and I'm going to be talking about the dangers of owning an exotic pet. So Carla Nash just arrived at her friend Sandra Harold's house to help her with her pet monkey, Travis. He had escaped from his cage and they couldn't get her back in. Once Carla entered the house, Travis the monkey attacked her, mauling her face, hands, and arms. So most people have dreams of owning some kind of wild animal, whether it's a monkey to an alligator to even lions and tigers. I myself have always wanted to have a monkey. I mean, who wouldn't want to have a monkey sidekick all the time? Until I heard the story. So I decided to do some research on it. Turns out that some exotic animals are highly illegal and very dangerous. Not only are they dangerous to us physically, but health-wise, they're still very dangerous to us. And of course, dangerous not only to us, but owning them can be very dangerous to the animals themselves. So my first point is how some of them are highly illegal. Even though they're illegal, a lot of people still try to get them and keep them. A lot of these animals that are being kept illegally are endangered, which means that they're close to extinction. Under the Endangered Species Act, it is illegal to possess, sell, or buy any type of endangered species. And even though they are illegal, you can still buy them. There's hundreds of websites you find online and even, of course, black market sellers. Now, according to the ASPCA, it is illegal some illegal animals include raccoons, possums, skunks, primates, flying squirrels, hedgehogs, poison dart frogs, large poisonous snakes, and certain birds. And of course, there are hundreds of other species that are illegal. And also, according to the ASPCA, some legal exotic animals include chinchillas, pygmy mice, zebra, and hedgehogs. Now that I've given you information on the legal selling and owning of exotic animals, I'm going to tell you about the health and physical hazards. Now, the story with Travis the monkey shows how just for no reason a wild animal can attack us, mauling us, hurting us dangerously. Most people buy these exotic animals when they're just babies, so they're easy to handle and they're always nice, and of course they're cute. But as they grow up, they become aggressive, which means that people no longer want to have them around, so they either lock them in a small cage or just pass them from person to person. And then once they grow to an age where they can no longer be kept privately, they're either released into the wild, given to a zoo, or killed. Now, when these animals are released in the wild, they can't really survive because they've grown so accustomed to being in captivity. So they either can't catch their own food, can't live within their own species group, or they're killed by other animals. And when people try to just hand them off to a zoo, it's not a good idea because the zoo can only hold a certain number of each type of animal. So eventually they're going to have to just stop accepting these animals. Now, according to the Humane Society, across the country, many incidents have been reported where exotic animals held in private hands have attacked humans and other animals. People have been mauled by tigers, bitten by monkeys, and asphyxiated by snakes. I've just told you about the physical dangers. Now, here are the health hazards to us. Center of Disease Control and Prevention discourages direct contact with any type of wild animal for one simple reason. They can carry diseases such as rabies and salmonella. A lot of the times these diseases get onto other animals from small rodents that are either brought on whatever type of transport to be sold, or they happen to get on board and the disease is just transferred from animal to animal and eventually to us. And owning these type of animals can be dangerous to us, but it can also be very dangerous to the animals themselves. A lot of the times, people that buy these animals don't really know much about them, so they keep them in small enclosures. This can mentally hurt the animals. They can become depressed, sometimes even suicidal. The people that own them would rather change how the animal can react to its habitat rather than changing the habitat for these animals. And other ways of getting these animals to relax is chaining, beating into submission, and painful mutilation, such as declawing and tooth removal. So in conclusion, it may seem cool to own one of these amazing animals, but they can be very dangerous, not only to us physically, but health-wise. And of course, they're highly illegal. So next time you think about buying an exotic animal, don't just think about how you can hurt them. Think about don't just think about how they can hurt you. Think about how you can hurt them.